Well, hello. Thank you for joining me. These are the announcements for the Tomorrow River Lutheran Parish for Pentecost Sunday. That is May 23rd, 2021, and I am glad to see you here. I'm glad to see that you're still interested in our communal life. Thank you for that indeed. Restrictions continue to loosen. We are continuing to get back more and more of what has been suspended, of what we now recognize to be particularly precious. And there is no longer any sort of capacity limit at any of our churches. If you want to come to church, you can come to church. We're going to keep the 3 services for the time being. 8:30 indoors at Peace, 9:30 outdoors at Nelsonville, and 10:15 indoors at Nelsonville. For vaccinated persons, it is mask optional at all 3 services. The CDC continues to ask and recommend that unvaccinated persons of whatever age wear masks to protect themselves, to protect the people who cannot get vaccinated. And there's a whole category of people who've been vaccinated, but because of underlying medical conditions, aren't developing the antibodies the way that we had hoped, and so are vulnerable to the coronavirus. So out of Christian love and honor, if you have not been vaccinated, we ask that you continue to mask as you come to the services. But for the vaccinated, it is free time. Do what seems right to you. You're no risk to anyone, and unless you have one of these underlying conditions, people aren't a risk to you. So it's very exciting. Still register because it helps us to know who's coming. It helps with contact tracing should we ever need that. And it helps us, frankly, with our record keeping. You know, in the old days, we used to pass the pew pads down the rows, and then we would use that to keep track of attendance because the Constitution says that attendance is required, you know, for members of the church. And so now we have the registration instead of the pew pads. I don't know when we'll go back to the pew pads, but since you're already used to registering, if you'd keep doing that, I would be grateful indeed. So three services. It is a special Sunday. We are having a representative from Lutheran World Relief come and address us. Both churches give generously to Lutheran World Relief, and so they're sending someone out to talk to us. And on the website, the sermon this week, the main presentation comes from Emma Wagner, who is the Lutheran World Relief representative. So those of you who are watching at home, continuing to join us virtually, will hear the same message that those who assemble in person will hear. It's also Senior Sunday, and so our high school seniors have all been invited. We hope that they will come. We have quilts for each of them. We'll be praying for them, and we will be celebrating their achievements as we send them out into whatever the future holds for them. So it is a huge week. A jam-packed week, and just thrilled that we have the opportunity to share it with you who are not able to attend in person but still want to be connected to our fellowship. The prayer list. We have one new thing, a couple new things on the prayer list. First, the family and friends of Myron Wiersba. Myron is Bubba's dad and passed unexpectedly, and so may God welcome him into the kingdom of light, and we will be praying for his family during this time of grief, this time when the loss is immediate and fresh. Also, Pastor Gretchen, some of you know, had surgery this past week on her eyes. Surgery went very well. This was a prophylactic surgery, tacking down her retina in places where it was looking like it was going to come loose. We have more eye surgeries in the future, but we're praying, and probably somewhere in the future is a cornea transplant, a double cornea transplant. And so if you wanted to join me in praying for that person and their family who a year from now will be in some kind of accident, and the family will make this incredible gift to bless Pastor Gretchen, to bless us. This is someone we can start praying for now, and I appreciate you joining me in that. We're continuing to pray for our members with COVID and members who are recovering. We've had a couple of people in the hospital lately who were pretty sick, but they are better. We have a couple of men who have been through surgery and they are recovering, thanks be to God. And so we are among the most blessed people there are. All right, other things that you need to know. There is the annual greenhouse sale is happening at the high school, and so if you want to buy some plants and support the work of FFA, that is Saturdays from 9 to 1 and Mondays through Fridays 8 to 5, and when the plants are gone, the sale is over. Crossways Summer Camp is taking reservations. They're going to have camp this summer. Both churches have money to support kids going to summer camp. So if you're a Nelsonville member, you should talk to Grandma Anita. If you're a Peace member, Peace Council has set aside $2,700. So if a kid is going to camp for 3 days, you get $100. If you're going for a week, you get $200. And the money it's first come, first served. So as soon as you know your kids are coming to camp, contact the church office. We'll get you in the batting order. We'll get you some money to help defray those expenses. There's a blood drive coming up. There's a blood drive coming up on Tuesday, May 25th, and that's at H.O. Wolding at 9642 Western Way there in Amherst. So you can call the Red Cross. If you don't know the number, call us here at church and we'll get you set up. But Tuesday from 3 to 5 at Wolding Trucking. All right. Last thing that I have to remind you is that we continue to work on our acts of mercy and kindness and provision. That quilters are always looking for fabric. We are always looking for pieces for the care kits for Lutheran World Relief, the school kits, the personal care kits, and the baby kits. As the world opens up and you start garage sailing again, there is a list of things that we could use to help the poorest of the poor around the world. Click on the link on the top of the web page that says Care Kits, and you will get the list of the things we're looking for. And then as you're out and about and you see, if combs are for sale, buy 30 combs. If notebooks are for sale, buy 100 notebooks. And we'll put them all together and send them off to the poorest of the poor. Those are the big announcements. The community food kitchen continues to be open, continues to be ready to serve you or your neighbors. If there's something you need, we would love to hear about it. If you have an idea to enrich the life of our community, I'd love to hear about that too. In the meantime, you take care. I hope you're well, and I am looking forward to seeing you again in church. Bye now.